Welcome to the Knights of the Brown Table podcast. I am Rojas. With me this week are
Claire,
Aidan,
Amy,
Chris,
Rob.
That was a bit quick.
Rob. Funny jokes.
So this isn't going to go up till another week. But we're recording this the night after the last one that went live. I'm trying to work out the dates.
It's the 7th.
It's the 7th.
Hey.
So this is the 7th. We recorded one on the 6th. So there's not much news in between. There's not much that happens in 20. Amy's got a funny story that did happen in between.
Yeah, okay. So my
Okay.
So
you
let's
guys?
do that.
Fuck
the electric in my car keys going, so I can't
I'm so sorry. I tried.
it's just like but the electric in my car keys going, so you
It's not opening.
you'd like to lock it and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I keep on having to press it a million times to get
if
it to
only there was a
the
device that you can put into the lock of the door.
I kept
I have to do it like a normal fucking caveman.
that means
I understand your plight, don't worry.
right, well
Fucking bourgeoisie.
we
For representation.
I parked in Tesco so we could go up and get a drink, and then when I came back down, I was trying forever to get the car open, trying, and it was started putting the key into the door and twisting it, and I was like, why isn't this working? And
I'm sitting lying on the car, being all oh, come on, Amy, get in. So I'm lying on top of the roof of the car, just leaned
I
over the car.
already know where this is going. Fucking idiots.
I was like, why the fuck is this not working? And then I look around for a bit, and then I look up two cars up. There's my car. I'm in someone else's car who's exactly the same as mine.
I wasn't even embarrassed about it. It was literally 3 spaces up. You wouldn't have known. You would not have known.
Except for this car didn't have R plates on or Japanese stickers on the back of it.
And somewhere in the Tesco car park there was a 40-year-old woman just calling the police.
It was a dude, because as we pulled out, the guy was in the car. We're like, that was close.
I was just like, oh shit.
He actually probably seen us and thought, wow, those fuckers
Yeah.
need
I was really struggling with this. Why the fuck is this not working properly? Just come on.
It really looked like we were trying desperately. I was holding the door all the time, being like, here, Amy, come on, why is this door not open? It looked like we were trying to break into the fucking car.
And then just quickly I realised, and then I was like, oh shit, and then just laughed and walked away, and he was like, what, what's going on? And then he followed me, and he was like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Whoopsies.
But yeah, that was my funny story for today.
That was
Right,
hilarious.
well, that's the podcast,
That's an
yeah?
episode, yeah.
That's a podcast.
Tune in next time for Amy's podcast.
So I was at the store the other day.
A section
and I
of
was
stupid shit I do every day. Just stupid shit that I just... My
you
brain
mean?
doesn't
Hi
work.
guys, just an update here.
I'm still stupid.
Amy's 10-minute laugh along.
I woke up this morning.
Fuck, that was brilliant.
That story changed my life.
Yeah.
I'm moved.
It moved me.
So I haven't.
To a bigger ass.
Me and Chris haven't been on in a while. What riveting yarns did you come out with before? Have we missed anything?
Well, it's only been one episode since the last time.
Oh right, okay.
Literally, it was the one we recorded last night. That's been the only one since the last one.
No, we recorded one before that, but it was on.
Oh,
Yeah,
but we didn't
right.
put it up.
Yeah.
me and Rojas.
We know why. We know why. Bitches.
I thought it was because I went on about a gay bakery.
Yeah.
We were just waffling on. We were still drunk from the night before.
Oh, we were gone.
And then I just started getting even more drunk because I was drinking vodka.
What's not to love?
Vodka's nobody's
I think
friend.
we went to Amplified.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We went to alcohol. It was essential.
There was alcohol there. We went to the alcohol.
I don't know. So right, we'll hit this here up. Avengers new trailer.
Well, fuck you. Right? Get out.
Chris is taking a stance of fuck everything about the Marvel movie universe.
All the Marvel films I'm stupidly excited for because, right, when you're growing up, I'm assuming...
Is there an Iron Man 4 coming out?
There might be.
If there is, are you going to be excited for it?
Technically, Iron Man 4 is going to be the Civil War film.
Do you know the Captain America movie?
Technically
Technically
in the extended universe.
Apparently Gilbert Godfrey, but
It was coming out of my vagina. My clitoris. I didn't realise how good friends Gilbert Gottfried was with Penn Jillette, the magician.
No.
Penn from
Would
Penn
you
Teller.
stop
Oh, right,
about
okay.
him?
No,
Yeah.
he is a really good guy. We mentioned him last
Great
night.
shit on the body hole.
I love him because I saw. Do you know that like there's the whole thing in America for some reason that every white suburban mother is trying to kill their child by being like, don't want them to be autistic. Let's not vaccinate them against anything.
Let's just give them polio instead.
Good.
Better chance with polio. Don't worry about it.
I'd take polio over autism any day. Fuck me. Some people are really stupid and should not be allowed children. But yeah, Penn and Teller did like it was like just an awareness scheme, and it was like a wee 5-minute that kind of sketch. So they have like these 2 alleys of pins, like bowling pins.
Did you see this on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's actually from a full episode. It's Penn and Teller's bullshit, and the entire episode's about vaccinate. And they've done this
entire
episode.
things about autism.
They've done this episode.
If you look deep enough.
Yeah.
On every level.
Illuminati confirmed.
But no, for people who haven't seen it, explain what happens in the video.
Basically, like they say, right, if we're taking it by statistics, so it's like whatever amount in any 100. So they say they put 100 pins on either side, and then they take out the one child from each one pin from each side to represent the one child in 100. Then I don't know which one's the guy with the long hair and the glasses.
That's Penn.
That's Penn. He puts a big like plastic wall in front of his side. He's like, let's imagine that's vaccination. Now this side doesn't. Let's try this scientifically. And they start pulling out these massive satsumas and just fucking them at the pins. And just like, for some reason, the vaccination seems to be stopping it, and the other side just fucking decimated.
That's right, because the side of the vaccination has like a screen up against the...
It's just smashing satsumas all over. It's like, for some reason, our children are dying.
If you like that little sketch, get into like every single episode of Penn and Teller bullshit, because it's just him being an angry fat American, and it's fantastic.
Something of the Bill Hicks about it, like.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, he was a huge Bill Hicks fan. What I love about that scene is that he's on about, right, let's take out the 1 in 100 who might get affected by autism, which it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because do you know, it was actually Aidan pointed me that, do you know the Filthy Frank song? With the Shut the Fuck Up?
No, which was
I
that?
think it's Kill Yourself. But it's like there's a sample voice in the background which is just shut the fuck up. That's actually Penn Jillette from an episode of bullshit.
Oh, good
So
stuff.
just a little bit of... Are they sitting sending messages?
No, seriously, okay. You know why I put up a photo of my outfit for Steel Panther? I put that on Instagram, and this woman commented underneath it, "Oh, I've got my outfit ready for Steel Panther too."
Oh yeah, her.
And her outfit is horrible.
I'd fuck her.
More on this at 11.
Oh god, I'm sorry, but that's just...
So Amy's just...
What if this poor woman listens to this podcast?
Just
You're
not
a
okay.
monster.
It's not okay, guys.
It makes her feel good. I'm with her. She's brave enough to post belly pictures of the weight loss pictures.
Please
No,
include
like the rest
this.
of her page is all
Please
like
include
this.
a link to
weight loss pictures and stuff.
Oh, that's alright. I thought that was just random, like, crotch shot.
I'm lovely. I'd love
And
her.
yum.
But yeah.
I found out literally that just this second that loser.com redirects to Kanye West's Wikipedia page. That's pretty fucking funny. Also, like, do you know Rooster Teeth Ray? His RayNorvesJr.com redirects to Leakspin. No, not Leakspin, fucking Meatspin. Even better.
You know what Leakspin is, though. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Look, I made the joke earlier on. You didn't get it. So if I were to try and say rules 1 and 2, fucker, you would reply.
Yeah, I remember 4chan.
I was so convinced to get it. Fuck you.
You mean that isn't Fight Club?
So, to
Rules 1 and 2 only apply to
address the
Marines.
question that was asked, and then we went on a fucking tangent.
What was that? Oh,
Avengers!
yeah.
That's right. I'm
Right.
very excited for Transformers 5.
The major fucking issue with this is, right, so, spoilers, don't listen for the next
It's a
30
trailer.
seconds. What? No, right, so then at the very end of the trailer, Vision shows up.
Yeah.
Now, I have been reading that Benedict right, Vision's like, he's kind of a big
Go
deal.
ahead.
I've been reading Benedict Cumberbatch is going to play Doctor Strange in
Yes.
the movie. And they need a way to link that in. He's my OTP. Just him and me. Oh fuck. Did you see the picture? It's like him and then like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's rotten.
like him.
But I think
He's
he
not
looks
attractive
he-
at all.
No, I
he's
like him
not
as an actor.
attractive.
But I
He's
didn't get the
just
whole.
not-
There's a lot of nerd.
He
love
looks
for him.
like if you really fucked with all of the face settings on an RPG and just made shit pointy and like lifted shit completely out of
I'm pretty
place.
sure you could play as him in fucking Fallout. Sink the cheeks away in and the forehead way out. Warming around the fucking wastelands. I'm ready to come back.
Right.
Bang.
So they're looking away to Lincoln, Doctor Strange, and the way that I assume they would do that is Mordo, who's the bad guy, is a servant of like those outworld, not Mortal Kombat, but the outworld in fucking Marvel Universe. I assumed it would be Mordo. So I just saw a red guy at the end of it. I was like, oh fuck, maybe that's Mordo. I knew it was Vision, but I was like, you never know. So I wasn't sure. Aidan Campbell, our mate, very big fan. Wasn't sure if he would, if he had seen it yet. But I wanted to say, is that Vision at the end of the trailer? But instead of doing that, in case you hadn't seen it, I said, who is that at the end of the trailer? And fucking everyone was like, oh, it's Vision, you fucking idiot!
Including me. I was like the first reply going, oh, how many times have I told you?
How can you not know that?
It's like, but yeah, you don't want to be like, here, do you know the bit at the end of that there movie where the main character dies? You know, what was your thoughts about that? Oh, you haven't seen it? Well, yeah. So what were your thoughts whenever you found out just there now? Fuck you.
I need to tell the story for the sake of the podcast, and we'll get back to that trailer because Amy's sitting laughing at me and I know exactly what it's about. Amy got dumped by her boyfriend once, a cousin of mine actually.
One of many times.
One of many times.
Fabulous guitarist.
He is, I'll give him that. He's brilliant, and everything else about him is
Best
shit.
band ever.
Yeah.
What, Deception, named after Mortal Kombat. He won that, but
Not you.
so he sent me a text saying it was a big long thing. I'm not going to get into. Long story
Basically, you're
short,
dumped. These
you're
are the
dumped.
reasons why.
It's over.
All that.
You're a dickhead, blah blah blah.
At least he was concise.
It wasn't even half an hour.
Critical.
Yeah, about 22 minutes later, he texts me saying, "Here, you know, in The Godfather, when does he die? Is it the bit with the oranges?" And then here's me, like, I was crying and stuff. I just got dumped, and then he messaged me going, "That." It's just like,
She was straight on the phone to me.
"You're dying the front door."
Yes,
I'm so confused.
What does he want?
But it's kind of like that. It's like, sick.
So when did he die? Is it the bit with the oranges?
Spoilers.
Spoilers called mid-19.
I only watched it once and was fucking hammered, so I don't remember any of it.
I love
Pretty good show.
the
I've never
fact.
seen it.
I love the idea of him being like, here's the reason why, like a feedback form. Like, here's the areas of improvement for the future. Please don't be afraid to reapply 6 months from now.
Did he give you a
Well, what she
compliment
did.
sandwich?
No, he did not. And he asked me to get back together with him, like, a couple of weeks later.
After you finished The Godfather, he was like, she was right.
You know what? Maybe I made a mistake with that girl. She's
Maybe
Did
he
you text
just.
back about The Godfather?
Yeah.
Did you tell him? How old were you?
We were young. We were stupid.
Maybe he
Like,
just wanted.
fuck you. You
I
never
was
speak
like
to me.
14, 15.
Maybe he just didn't want to be disturbed while watching The Godfather.
Maybe. He was having a bit of a marathon, so.
Yeah. But we will try and get back to this trailer. I love the trailer. I think one of them's going to die, and I think it's going to be Hawkeye.
I hope it's all.
I think no one will give a fuck.
I like Hawkeye,
I like Hawkeye as well. I really like
Well,
Hawkeye
universe.
in the like
because that's why they're
the
trying to
X-Men
get.
universe.
There's a bit.
whenever they do
there's a bit in the
House of
trailer-
M and stuff like that.
This will mean nothing to Chris, but there's a bit in the trailer where Black Widow is being very cuddly to the Hulk, to Bruce Banner, and I really do think it's because, well, we kind of set her and Hawkeye up. We need to kill one of the Avengers. Fuck you. It's going to be Hawkeye. Because he's the only one so far not to have his own film.
There's a
Other than Black Widow, but Black Widow, Captain America, Winter Soldier kind of
There's a
was.
clip that looks like Black Widow and Hawkeye are like moved in together or something.
Yeah, but Hawkeye dies and then she fucks the Hulk.
Okay. Just saying.
Calling it.
Who wouldn't?
Right, we'll call it now. How do you think Hawkeye's going to die?
Arrow to the knee.
Is that not supposed to be like a fucking
Oh my
metaphor for
god!
marriage?
That's the.
Apparently, the whole arrow to the knee thing is supposed to be a metaphor for marriage.
from
When he said
Skyrim.
that, yeah, but when he said that, he didn't mean like, oh, I got shot in the knee. It's like, oh, I got married.
Oh.
Like,
I just can't.
Lay it down.
I used to be a vet.
Science,
And then I
bitch.
took an arrow to the knee.
I think he's gonna get an arrow up his butt.
No,
He's gonna accidentally sit down in the quiver.
He's gonna get killed
He's gonna
by someone.
accidentally.
I fell onto it.
Yeah, go to the emergency room.
He could get crushed by a building. That'd be fun.
It's
He
not
he walks in on Hulk banging Black Widow, and Hulk turns around and smacks him out the thing with his dong.
It's not even Bruce Banner. He's in Hulk mode.
Yeah. Well, okay. If you were like seeing Bruce Banner, would you not like want to bang the Hulk at least once?
Just flick him in the nipple because he gets angry. It's so small.
We'd figure it out.
He'd die!
We'd figure it out.
Lots of
That's lots of lube. Get that water-based, kids.
Why?
I don't know. I think they just because they have like they've given him absolutely no love. I'm assuming it'll be something like, "You go on, I'll hold them off."
Yeah,
Some
Oh yeah,
fucking
self-sacrifice
Which
kind of.
is cheesy, but because it's Hawkeye, it would kind of work. Because if he's sitting
And then
there,
he's got like only like 3 hours left, and he's like, "I'm gonna make this count."
he's got
Really gives a fuck about
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner. Like, who really cares? In every movie I've ever seen him in, which is the Avengers, I just not giving a fuck.
0-1 of 1.
Never watched it. Never watched any of the movies.
I actually really liked him in the Avengers because it just brought that kind of because everyone else's superpower is a bit like science fiction.
I can
and he's
use
just-
arrows.
Yeah.
You know that they're
I'm
In the
useful.
Thor movie, he was good.
What?
You only see like
In that one scene.
yeah. Should I take the shot? No.
That was a really good line, really well delivered.
Everybody's like Iron Man's gonna die. Iron Man's not gonna
No,
die.
I can't kill Iron Man.
no.
He-
But actually, they might because like Robert Downey Jr. is asking for a lot of money. And it's like, no.
he's already signed on for the next film. Like they've already started making it.
Yeah, well, make that and then they'll kill him.
A lot of people, even I thought,
And I will be a bit happy. I'll be a little bit happy. I'm not gonna lie.
if they killed him.
Yeah, just to like fucking just rip that away from all the fucking shitheads of the world.
I do think they should kill him and bring him back, and he should be the only character that happens to, because that happens all the time in comics, where just characters die.
I think
Black
they should
Culture.
just stop.
Just generally.
That's it.
Hugh Jackman said he wants to play Wolverine till he
Wait.
dies.
Forever, yeah.
No, he like this is must be recent. 'Cause he said he
Very
doesn't
recent.
want to do it anymore.
Oh, yeah,
Last
no,
week
it
or
was
the week
very-
before.
Did he say? Do we say because after
Sweet
the
sound,
X-Men Apocalypse, he didn't want to do it anymore?
He didn't, and then he seen Birdman.
Apocalypse.
I have a really big pet peeve. Like I don't like going to the cinema. I just don't like. If I could go to a cinema by myself where there's no one else in the screen, I would love life. But that is never going to happen. So me and Rob went to see Days of Future Past, and then so spoilers.
The button ending.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. But after the credits, or whatever it was, the bit where you see the fucking guy make the pyramids, Rob was like, "Oh, it's Apocalypse," and I was like. Of course. Why would you tell me?
I mean, I was excited.
Oh, that's
didn't
fucking-
see that.
I just wanted you to enjoy
I
it
didn't
with
say
me.
that. I
Okay, spoilers.
I do the same thing, but like when I was going with Jenna, she wasn't a big
I
comic
didn't see
fan,
it.
I didn't
and it
say
kind of
that.
worked. It didn't actually work.
We
Because I
didn't
didn't-
just
I
make
didn't
this
go
up. This definitely
No, no,
happened.
I didn't
Definitely.
go to the cinema to see it. That's probably why.
Where does
We
Is
should
it
get the
them?
cinema. I really
Yeah,
get the
it's
cinema.
like
I
the
don't
end,
like going
at
to
the
the
end of
cinema by
the.
myself.
I mean,
Because everyone looks at you weird when you go by yourself.
Yeah.
I want to go to the cinema by myself where there's no one else on the screen. I want
don't wanna be a
completely
freak like
thing
you.
to myself. Like, I don't want people to get up and go to the bathroom during
Yeah, exactly.
it. I don't want to hear people talking. I just want to be in this one screen by myself.
I think
That would be the day I would die.
I think
Are you single?
No.
Gotcha. I think the one time that I've gone to the cinema by myself was I was bunking from the Abbey and needed something to do during this time, so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll go and see the Goblet of Fire again," and it was great.
The one time I went by myself was actually
Like on a
with
Burger
the,
King.
was with the school. Remember, like the sold tickets for the Goblet of Fire. You were in my third year. I went that by myself and because I just really want to see the Goblet of Fire.
I went to the cinema a few times by myself, like a fucking
I've
loser.
never done it.
I went to go see.
You've never done it.
Never done it.
You've always
Wow.
That is surprising.
That's a
When I was
shock.
in Australia, I went to go see The Hobbit by myself as well a couple of times.
I still haven't seen the second and third Hobbit movies.
Please do it because the third one's quite good. I do.
I will say like that whole thing of like, oh, that's so and so. I'm horrible for that in the Transformer films.
I mean,
I will kill you.
Yeah, no, it was literally just I was very excited because like Apocalypse. Like I fucking grew up with the X-Men.
I have times I just hate it. Just hate it
I'm
so much.
sorry.
like, you
I'm
know,
sorry.
I do get
I was so angry.
Yeah, I knew immediately that you were pissed off. It was like, Because I think you had actually said that to me earlier when watching the movie. I was being like, I fucking hate it whenever people just announce things that
I
happen.
used to love going to the cinema, and I remember the movie it was. I was like, I don't want to go to the cinema anymore. It was when I seen the Avengers. It was like 3 weeks after it came out, so everyone every day was like, "Can you see it? Can you see this movie?" And I was like, "I'll go see it when I want to go see it." So they one day they made me go, and me and Aidan Can went, and it was like his 3rd time seeing it in the cinema, and he looked at me the entire time with this big grin, being like,
Isn't this great?
and I was like, "Alright, sorry." And then the bit came where it's like, we have something to like. It was coming off, and I was like, I swear to God, if he says he's going to avenge something, I swear to God, I'm leaving the cinema right now. I'm leaving it right now.
It's when he's in the tower.
Yeah,
It's like,
and he said,
we're not
and
going to
I was
see
like,
it here.
"Oh!" And then,
But you'll be damn sure we'll avenge it. Yeah.
yeah, I was so pissed. I was so angry.
He said the thing! He said the thing!
Oh, they said that thing!
I don't like weeding my town. I'm a family guy.
He said the thing!
Fuck. 70s.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's a slightly older trailer, but I really like kid 5-year-old got excited for it. Did anyone has as of now seen the trailer for Terminator Genesis?
No.
Oh, Genesis or Genesis.
Yeah, that does piss me off.
Guys, my
It's like
gynuses
Genesis,
are
but
acting
the first
up.
I is a Y.
What the fuck?
The trailer,
Terminator.
the name is shit. The name is shit. And even when I heard the name, I won't lie. When I heard the name, I kind of got really like.
Is that not Genesis?
No, it's Genesis or something.
Genesis?
Oh, maybe you're right. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's Genesis.
Genesis does what Nintendo
SIS.
It's a piece of shit name. That's all you need to know.
But the trailer's fucking.
It's called Terminator piece of shit name.
I will have to check that out.
I still haven't seen The Last Salvation, and I probably won't.
Is that the
You
one
don't
where
need to see Salvation. That's the best thing about this.
Have I retconned it?
When I
terrible.
have, I tell you what, I'll try and explain it as quickly as I can.
that fab
Yeah,
CG Orny cameo?
Yeah, it was
So,
not brilliant.
why not?
But it was basically to reboot. But has anyone here played Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat has 9 games.
Oh, it's more than that.
What?
Dude, it's 20 years old. It was like the first game I ever played back in 95.
Back in the US.
I was 1.
In 1995.
I was 1 in 95.
That's
Well, I was
surprising.
only 5, but Dad went, here, this looks good. He was right.
I could barely lift my neck. I still could barely lift.
You could barely lift your neck and I was ripping fucking.
Do you remember, like, did any of you ever play Shinobi?
I love
Yeah.
Shinobi.
Shinobi had a special power where you just blew yourself
Blew yourself
up.
up, yeah, and
I
took
know,
the
I
life
know.
away.
Yeah.
Did you ever actually get far enough in that game?
I think I did like the first like 4 or 5 levels because it was like, the
stupid hard.
difficulty curve was like go fuck
The
yourself.
very first level you just walk through, and then from level 2, it's like, here, fuck you.
And there's 3 mini bosses right after each other.
Do you know who the mini bosses are? Right, the first one's like a samurai bullshit, but I don't know if it's in the Sega version, but one of the versions, one of the bosses is Spider-Man without actually being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He swings about, yeah.
Godzilla and Batman.
No, I know definitely like Shinobi 2. There's like
Sorry, it could be Shinobi 2 because it's Revenge of Shinobi.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the one on the cartridge.
um,
Cartridge.
remember those were things.
It'll work now.
I still do that with my 3DS.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even on my phone, because like for some reason iPhone 5s get really like a lot of dust in the wee port. So all the time I'm like,
When you were playing Pokemon and the move hits, do you hold left and B?
and I just tap L like fuck.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other, but you always have this little ritual. It's going to hit.
Yeah, like even whenever
Ooh,
you
my
get
head's
the ball and usually like either tap 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 or just hold it.
So what am I missing?
These questions.
Pose it to the group.
Which one?
Okay, so do vampires get AIDS from sucking infected blood?
Yes, they do. Next question. That's not a question.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I mean the thing is
but
that they
like-
would heal
Hi.
themselves, so they
Yeah.
would have AIDS very very briefly, and then they
would. That's
wouldn't.
the thing. Like, is the healing factor like Wolverine? Because they would just
No,
keep
but
recurring the
they just
damage.
can't get
Yeah,
sick.
obviously,
I just
it
think
must be.
vampires just can't get sick.
Vampires can't
Like
get sick.
wherever the state they are when they are turned into a vampire, is that not them?
I suppose like the like if you
It's
think
like- like the blood
no, if you think
doesn't
about like the reason that they're like all white and stuff like that, maybe like they don't
they
need
have AIDS?
oxygen.
Well,
No, maybe they
true
don't need
blood.
oxygen in their blood.
There's a thing called Hep V.
So then, like, they
That's
don't have an
serious.
immune system. They're not
Hep C is
affected
a
by
serious
it.
one.
No,
See,
Hep V.
it can't spread
V.
because
Yeah.
their blood's not
Hep
oxygenated.
V in
A lot of
true
people
blood.
assume that vampires are the undead.
True blood, yo.
Vampires are undead.
Vampires are the living dead.
No, that's zombies.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
They're the undead.
No.
Zombies are the undead.
No.
No,
No.
No.
What?
shut up.
No.
Stop it. Stop this right now.
No.
Okay.
No, shut up. I need to straighten this out.
Fuck
no.
you.
What's your mum's
Zombies are the living dead because they've no
Night of the
consciousness
Living
left.
Dead.
Fair enough, right? Yeah.
Whereas vampires have their
Fucking
consciousness,
God.
so they're undead.
I didn't think we're dead. I thought when you turn into a vampire, you're a creature.
You just got deaded, bitch.
They're one of the universal monsters. I just thought a vampire was. I thought turning someone into a vampire was like turning someone into a werewolf. Because a werewolf's not dead.
How many vampire movies have you seen?
But like, I'm on about a classic. Like,
What is classic?
Right, here's another question getting off the AIDS thing.
You had to blow it to-
would you rather be a vampire or a werewolf?
No, Amy, I want to talk about AIDS.
Let's set a precedent here. We are talking about.
Was it like one person every 2 hours gets eaten Northern Ireland, guys?
Could
No,
be
it's
you.
definitely not.
Yeah, not even.
It's like one. It's like one.
One every 4 weeks.
No, it's like
One person.
We won't stand
no,
for
it's,
that.
two,
It's-
it's 2 people a year.
One every 2 hours.
I take my
We'd be wiped out in a week.
Northern Ireland just has AIDS.
I'm just gonna like start pricking like I was gonna say myself. I'm gonna go find
Now you got AIDS again, like double AIDS.
Vampire werewolf.
AIDS.
Vampire werewolf.
Is this basically just team
Vampire.
Diego?
No. What would you rather be? A vampire or a werewolf?
When the werewolf can I control myself?
No.
Then definitely vampire.
But can you go out in the light?
Yeah.
Or do you get sparkly?
No, you don't. You can't.
It's like-
Standard vampire.
El vampire.
You just say what's standard.
Oh, it's
right?
gotta be vampire, like.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
The
it's like
Lost
a werewolf.
Boys makes being a vampire look super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because like most werewolf movies, they can't like control themselves.
Yeah, but
so,
that's what I clarify.
like, what werewolf movie have you seen that they're
Like
able
in
to
the Teen
control
Wolf.
it?
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
Ginger
I
snips.
suppose.
I'm pretty sure in Underworld.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure in Underworld they
Yeah,
can
no,
control themselves.
you can control it then. Yeah, you can
But they're
control
They're
it.
not. They're like
Lichens.
But that was just another name for werewolf.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you actually watch that film? Because all I could see was leather and an arse.
Oh, I love those first two, the
Fine.
first 2 movies.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of past, but
Then Michael was the guy that had both.
he was
Yeah.
both. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
cool as fuck.
That was fucking awesome. The
He
first
did
time
fucking
was
come back.
I really like the
yeah,
movies.
I really liked them.
So you can control it. What would you be?
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, werewolf.
Why?
And this would be cool as fuck.
Because sunlight's nice sometimes.
Yeah, and I do like being warm.
Oh, just being a big cuddly werewolf stuff.
Yeah, if I control myself, I could just be totally dead on. I could totally be like, yo, get my back, let's go for a run.
But then you die. You can still die then.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to kill somebody. If I control something, I'm
You
not
can still
going
die
to
if
kill
I
you're-
anyone.
don't want to live forever anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but see, if you can control yourself with, by being a werewolf, then you don't have to kill anybody, so no one's going to come after you. But if you're a vampire, you do need to suck blood.
True.
Yeah.
True that. IGGY.
I don't know.
Animal blood.
For some reason, I don't know why. For some reason, in Buffy, that like they just have like unlimited supply of like fucking like hospital blood. Like, who's stealing this blood for them? I don't
Maybe
know.
it's a wee bit like Blade. where
right.
they just-
So we have werewolf.
Oh, obviously. Don't call
Are we
it.
Werewolf?
talking
I would
classic
Yeah,
vampire?
classic
Being a
vampire.
I'd be a
druid.
classic vampire.
Okay.
Just
2
a crack.
werewolves, 1 vampire. Werewolf. Why?
Because Jacob is totally the best.
You get some sweet fucking powers that you, with being a vampire that you don't get.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I would like to live forever. So,
Yeah.
Actually, I just
want to swap
Not
into
being
a
able to
vampire.
eat.
You changed the vampire.
I'm dating a vampire.
Rojas says vampire. Everybody wants vampire.
No, it's just,
Just sort your grey
That's
streak
why-
out.
Wait,
I don't
Stop
mind.
being rogue.
I
Here,
answered this on my
I just
app.
want my grey streak. If I get to play for your brown streak.
but
Yo.
wait.
Tongue punches fun.
But your werewolves get AIDS.
Yes.
Yes.
Weeds.
Sorry, no, I didn't say that.
Wear it.
Vampires get AIDS, but it doesn't affect them. But they become a carrier of it
I suppose.
because the blood's still in their system.
But it's not being pumped around.
Yeah.
But doesn't even.
Yeah.
It doesn't even.
Super nice.
Wait,
It
no.
doesn't need to be pumped around. Nothing's going on. You're dead. Like
You're dead. But what I'm saying is, if you're a vampire and you suck a guy with AIDS, and
you
Scotland Fridays.
Sucking a guy with AIDS.
suck a guy with
you
AIDS,
get a bit sick. That's about
buttercream
it.
toilets.
Get a bit nauseous.
Yeah,
We take it through for a week.
you get a bit peaky, but that's about it.
Goodness, AIDS is
What tastes like jizz?
Yeah, but you have so many supernatural powers that you're just like, oh,
Right.
well, I can just get
Right.
rid of this in a week.
It's two separate.
If you eat some healthy blood, then you're like, oh, yeah, it's dead on.
You're asking a different question.
Healthy blood pushes
My
the bad
favourite
blood.
healthy
Is the
Sorry.
question?
Hasbro.
Is the question you're asking? Do vampires get AIDS,
No, we've
or do they
gone past
suffer?
this.
Do they suffer the effects of AIDS?
We've gone past this. We've gone
Why
past
not?
this.
So,
Vampire, yeah?
would you rather have a face for an ass or an ass for a face?
You fuck.
Vampire.
Smelly fuck.
Werewolf.
Yeah, werewolf. I'm gonna stick with it.
Vampire. Werewolf.
All kinds of werewolf.
Can I be
Werewolf.
Yeah, what do you?
kangaroo?
Vampire, obviously.
Oh, 3v3.
Oh.
Take it to the streets.
Just think of all the crazy fucking powers you get though as a vampire.
Me living forever, like
Beautiful,
ruining
young
lives
forever.
for eternity. Like that's what I'm all about. That.
On motorbikes. Like a lot.
Literally every story about people living forever will tell you that it's terrible though.
Yeah, but they also
Yeah, but I don't need y'all fuckers.
Then you get to be crazy
Big
insane, and then you get to be really fun.
Insane in the memory,
Imagine
somebody
watching a
was
son die.
Like Tom Cruise.
You mad?
A son
And
died.
it's not just that. It's not.
No, not like a child, like the son.
No, I know.
Yeah, I think that's
Imagine watching your own son die.
that's pretty cool.
Imagine a father.
Son, I give birth to you, but I'm a vampire, so fuck you.
So many bikes in
I
my
was
shit.
going to make a really bad joke, but I'm not.
Here,
Because I have
make it.
work. No, I have work.
What's what you mean?
We'll just not tag you in this.
So the deaf version of Imagine.
Huh?
Have you heard it?
I've heard what?
No one, neither of them.
No, I'm not doing it. Just type in Glee, Imagine.
Oh, is it a deaf girl singing it?
It's a deaf choir.
That's heavy.
Yeah, do not tag me in this whatsoever. I have work. I work with deaf people.
They're not going to hear it.
Deaf people listening to our podcast. They're the only fuckers listening to it.
Please don't put subtitles on this. I am in trouble.
Speaking of the Avengers trailer, stand up.
Why would you look at me and point at me, Jared?
In relation to the one person that fucking hates it here.
Well, if Claire would stand up, she's rocking the Scarlet Witch look tonight. Stand the fuck up.
She is taking Jesus.
Yeah, someone's thirsty, so
I'm very thirsty.
Thirst.
Look at him. Look at him. Do you really want
Oh,
to stand the
rude.
fuck
Can
up?
I go home now?
Yeah. Does it mean you have to stand up and leave? Then you can.
No, I'm gonna crawl home.
right.
Right,
Well,
Matter. Let's have a
Okay.
quick break.
I actually did say just on last night's podcast.
Right, we're back.
oh shit.
What did I just say?
Jesus Christ.
She planned that. We were all in on it.
Amy, what can I say?
I'm looking at because you don't know. Last night I was trying to think of who was opening for Steel Panther. I figured out that it's the Lounge Kittens.
Good for them.
I am the queen of keys.
Do you know that Jim Beam have a new spaghetti flavour? It's very good.
She hasn't even cracked into Jim Beam, and
It's
I'm.
because I was drinking Fireball, you dick.
Yeah, you didn't have that much left to drink.
I didn't have a lot.
Fireball not like
Back me
recall or
up.
something. Like was it like really dangerous?
It was at least a sextuple.
Well,
Where's the ball?
Maybe just people didn't realise they were allergic to cinnamon and
You know,
sort
no,
of fucking
apparently
dropped it.
Fireball was recalled, like either in, like, it was recalled somewhere because apparently something that's really dangerous.
Yeah.
Alcohol!
Why is there no ingredients? Why?
Have fun. Guess. Taste.
Can you taste it? Can you taste the AIDS blood?
maybe you're allergic, maybe you're not.
We're talking about AIDS.
Oh fuck! Anyway, before the break,
Talking about AIDS, benders.
AIDS and Transformers. Not Transformers,
I
Terminator.
really regret saying AIDS now.
Yeah. Anyway,
got it.
James, so you've seen Terminator 1, you've seen Terminator 2. Loved them. Everyone loves them. Of course. And from what I can gather,
Terminator
despite...
Salvation is AIDS.
It's where AIDS came from. It started.
Terminator Salvation wasn't...
All the shit from the 70s and 80s didn't happen.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy 12?
No, God, no.
I hope no one else did.
Someone had a life.
You liked it.
I hated 12. 12 was a fucking travesty.
Anyway,
The last
point
one
was-
This was 11.
I played Final Fantasy
10,
12,
11 was
and
the
I love
road
Final
one.
Fantasy 12 as a
the
game,
free roam.
but it wasn't a Final Fantasy game. In the same way that I actually kind of like Terminator Salvation as a film, but it wasn't a Terminator film.
Yeah.
It was a good action film.
I know Christian Bale may be a good actor.
You
I don't
press play and
know.
say
But
cool.
everything, if I see he's in something, I'm like, I'm not watching that. I'm just not gonna.
Okay.
But
Except
anyway,
for Batman, obviously.
But this is...
Like, I think the only good movie I actually liked him in was The Prestige. I hated him in Batman. He was a good Bruce Wayne, he's a terrible Batman.
Yeah, it's a terrible Batman.
He's such a douchebag. I hate him so much.
As big as those films were, like Batman in Batman Begins, it kind of worked.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Lovely.
Batman Begins was quite good. In
It wasn't until Dark Knight I was like, he's not.
The Dark Knight, it was all about the Joker.
Yeah.
And The Dark Knight, Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. It was all about
We'll
Bane.
just call it the biggest Peter try that's ever.
Bane was awesome. Bane was.
He wasn't as awesome as he should. Like as the. Like, I'm trying to say it's like. It wasn't awesome enough to like redeem the movie.
Yeah.
Him on his own, fantastic. It didn't save
Everything
the film.
else about the movie.
And don't get me wrong, I love the film, but something tells me out there somewhere is a script that involved the Joker. But anyway, the point I'm trying to get since like fucking hour ago in this podcast is you don't need to see Salvation to see the new Terminator film, because when I first heard the name I thought, fuck me, this is going to be a atrocious. But the trailer came out, a longer version of the trailer came out I think around the time of the Super Bowl back in early February.
It's a fanatically.
Long story short, what it is it's kind of a reboot.
The fans call it.
It's a reboot that keeps the other, like Mortal Kombat done it, Star Trek done it. It's like the new thing to reboot a franchise but keep the old franchise. Like
We had Mortal Kombat did it?
Mortal Kombat 9 was basically...
Oh, it's a game of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever played any of the Mortal Kombat games?
Nope. Well, the one again, it's like I thought it was very much like God of War, where you can play as like Liu Kang or
Shadow Monks. It was actually very
I
good.
played
That game
played the
was
first level, and it's like nah.
That game was an absolute cock tease because in the American version of the game you could unlock Mortal Kombat 2. And they left all those missions in the game and told you could unlock Mortal Kombat 2 and play it in the European version. But there was no way to access it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was fucking awful.
That's a bit dickish.
I actually have it, and for that reason, because I thought, fuck it, like back then before Xbox Arcade and stuff like that, it was the only way you could get a copy of Mortal Kombat 2 for the PlayStation. But the very last Mortal Kombat game for the PlayStation was Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I'm going to try and do this really quickly. And the whole principle of the game was there was a big bad guy, and if you defeated him, you become godlike. So every character's ending was kind of like a wrap up of their entire storyline from like the 90s.
So calibrated.
Mortal Kombat 9 is basically the character Raiden defeats the god, but gets his ass kicked. Sorry, Shao Kahn, the big bad guy, defeats the god and then kills Raiden, who's the protector of everything, and he sends a message back in time. So it kind of reboots the game. But
How does he send a message back in time?
Because he's the god of thunder.
Oh, Raiden does not shit.
Raiden sends a message back in time to himself.
How?
I don't
Lightning power.
Lightning goes so fast it goes back in time.
He's a god, you just accept it. So Raiden back in Mortal Kombat 1. So it was, if you see the trailer, it's really, really clever, where it was like, he sends a message back in time, and then the game jumps to like the first Mortal Kombat, like a reboot of the Mortal Kombat from like way back in the 90s, and it's Raiden sitting there going,
He
he had a wee medallion, he had a magical medallion, and it shatters.
Oh fuck.
Anyway,
But it's magical.
the point is, this is how like a lot of shows are like rebooting themselves. It's a new way of kind of keeping it all. Star Trek doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So Terminator's doing the same.
You know Star Wars doing that with Episode 7?
As far as I know, they're kind of
No, they're not. That's a complete lie.
No, but
that's a complete lie. Complete.
they're cutting out a lot of the extended universe. With the
the extended universe doesn't exist in the movies with the 79. No, it doesn't exist. Which I am actually kind of annoyed about. Because in the extended universe, it's most extended. It's actually really good.
Did you ever
really
read
interesting stuff?
the General Thawne books?
No.
You want to say no, but you kind of know what I'm on about.
No, I have no idea. General Thawne.
Basically, when they defeat
That's my stripper.
the Empire,
General Thawne.
Thawne, Thawn, I think. But basically, you know the whole thing at the end of the last Star Wars film, you kind of go, we killed the Empire, we'll kill the Emperor, so the Empire's dead.
Well,
that's not how it works.
That's not how politics work.
Exactly. So the extent...
From what we've learned of Episode 1, that is not how space politics works.
Exactly. So the books kind of went...
Goddamn space politics.
The books kind of went, right, yeah, you cut off the head, but someone's going to replace it. It's a huge...
Also, in the extended universe, there was a clone of the Emperor as well.
There was.
Let's get off this.
Long story short, this guy takes over, and he's actually pretty bad at it.
Yeah.
But the fact I'm trying to get to is the new Terminator trailer does that. It's called a soft reboot. So it's a hard reboot is a complete reimagining. A soft reboot is still in retconning, basically. So basically what happens is they send the original Terminator too far back in time. So
What
this
about John Connor?
before John Connor, as in Sarah Connor in the film, is a young woman. Like proper teenage kind of age, and it's really cool because like the revisit scenes from like the first two Terminator films, but they redo it with like an age, and that's how they explain him looking old. He went so far back in time. By the time that we see him in the film, he's aged.
Because how did robots age?
No, that's the thing. They did say in Terminator 1, I think, that it's a cyborg but with organic skin, and it does age.
Whatever.
And I just thought it was like one line in one of the Terminator films, and someone went, "That's how we explain this." But it's really because there's a scene where like
Everyone's going for nap time.
dude, Terminator's great. I'm sorry if you can't appreciate.
Can we
Terminator.
just like have a scenario that we can all talk about instead of
right.
Rojas ranting on for like?
It's not my fault that you guys who call yourselves fucking nerds have not seen the new Terminator.
When have I ever
I
called
don't
a nerd?
want to talk
Except-
about it.
This Terminator nerd thing.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a
what?
popular film.
It's a
It's
thing.
popular, right?
No, don't kick him off. Let's
Right.
just
It's
stop.
like Die Hard is a nerd thing.
I'm going home.
Yeah, exactly.
This is crap.
However, cyborgs from the future are a nerd thing. I don't
Fuck
know
off.
there.
Everyone
You
has
don't get to
Terminator.
own it.
My sisters watch Terminator.
Yeah.
How are alien robots?
Yeah, my
from
dad
space?
watched Terminator. Like, my dad, what?
I couldn't give a fuck like.
Don't give a shit. Like,
It's not
Right,
a
so
nerd thing, you weirdo.
the Grandmaster rebuttal to anybody saying that sequels never as good as the first
Aliens.
one. So yeah,
Terminator,
aliens.
Toy Story
My
2.
default is Terminator 2
Terminator.
always.
Yeah.
I
Terminator.
love.
Sure.
I love the first Terminator film, and Terminator
Yeah.
is just far
Was
better.
it?
Ace
It's
Ventura.
Ventura.
It's
Second
Ventura.
was way better than the
Yeah.
first one.
Oh, I didn't. Going back,
I think the funniest
enjoyed-
joke was in the first one about your one being a man. I thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
but I just like the second movie better. I think it was
I definitely didn't appreciate the first Ace Ventura when I was younger, but then watching it back when I was
Oh, I
older.
love it.
I always loved it.
Yeah.
When I went to Santa Ponza, and I was like, I went to Santa Ponza when I was like 14 with my family, and like I hated Irish pubs and stuff. 'Cause I couldn't drink or anything, so I was just sitting there.
Just smells like piss.
So I bought like a portable DVD player for when I went over, and every night I was allowed to go home like 2 hours before they did, and then I just watched Ace Ventura.
That's a good.
Ace Ventura 2 every night before I went to bed.
Really?
Yeah, every night for a week. Every night I watched Ace Ventura 2. And it was great. By the end of the week I could say like most of the
Yeah.
lines.
My favourite bit's just the bit whenever he's driving down the completely flat road and he's like bouncing all over the
No,
place.
the best is
kills
definitely him coming out of the fucking robot rhino.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
That was one of the best bits in like movie history.
fucking
Here's a bit because
because my question was like, what is your favourite stick to this? Like, what's your favourite does better than the original
sequel is
sequel?
better than the original.
Aliens.
Gotta be The Matrix 2.
Really, I prefer the first Matrix to the second.
Everyone does The Matrix 2. Besides the highway fight is fucking piece of shit.
The highway fight's amazing.
The highway fight's fucking phenomenal.
Are you asking me what sequel is better than the first or
Yeah,
worse?
better.
What do you think, Amy?
Dark Knight.
Oh yeah.
I agree, but a lot of people would disagree with that.
Contentious.
The first one was so boring.
Oh no! Don't you lie though.
No.
Don't you lie.
It was like a really good movie and set up a universe.
It's a
Like,
very good origin kind
Yeah.
of story.
Yeah,
Perfect
but
origin.
like
What's this?
the sequel
the
was
Batman Begins.
more
Batman-
interesting.
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Because
is
you
better.
already know
Yeah,
what.
I agree.
I have
A
heard
lot of people will be like, no way.
people call the
Either
Dark
that or Shrek 2, you know, come on.
Okay, yeah, Shrek
Shrek 2
2.
or Dark Knight, either or.
No, people genuinely call the Dark Knight our generation's Terminator 2 because the first film was amazing.
can
The
believe
first Terminator
Yeah.
film was fantastic.
I see, I've heard
Batman
no.
Begins is
I heard it's
fantastic.
the new
No.
Star Wars way it went because like everyone thinks Empire is the best and New Hope is fucking phenomenal and then Return of the Jedi is not that great. I still love it, but it's not that great.
I just randomly got a question on Ask FM that is soy sauce too far? That's science got
Hard hitting question.
Yes, it is because they keep insisting they put it in like green fucking pot noodles. I was like, fuck this.
Oh, and Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How can I forget about that? Like,
So
I
good.
like Evil Dead 2. It's a lot
I
better
would
than the first.
fucking
But
hit
is
you.
it Terminator 2?
Oh no!
I thought you were
But
gonna say-
it is of the B
Have
movies.
you
Like,
ever seen Aliens?
yeah.
yeah,
No, but you said the
I'm just trying to
president.
think of more that I think are good.
So, 2 seconds. It is actually genuinely a different question. Are you asking me my favourite or what I think's the best?
Your favorite?
Your favourite?
My favourite still would be Terminator 2. Because like, I watched that.
We
twice.
get it, you like Terminator.
Yeah.
Move on.
It's a nerd
have you
thing.
seen
You guys
the
don't
Genesis
get it.
One get it. Good night.
In case you don't know, Rojas fucking loves robots.
Really?
Did I just peek that? I'm sorry.
Transformers are not robots. They're actually aliens.
Aliens from the planet. No, they are robots, but everyone just assumes I love robots. It's like, no, because people go, oh, so you watch Gundam? No, I don't, because Gundam
Robots. Roja.
There's math to be done.
Clara, what would you say?
Back to the drawing board.
I already said mine.
Oh,
Ace Ventura.
Toy Story
God,
2.
it's so good.
Toy Story.
Toy Story 2.
Oh, Toy Story 2 is a good one. See, like, I mean, I don't
Actually,
wanna-
even Toy Story 3.
I don't. Oh, Toy Story 3 is
Yeah.
fucking great. I don't want to go for like the obvious, like, but it probably would end up being Terminator 2.
For the sake of the podcast,
Rush
quick
Hour
fire.
2.
Indiana
Yes,
Jones to the
so
Temple of Doom.
I did love that movie. It was the first one I seen.
One strange,
Me too.
actually.
Shut up, short round.
Second
Fucking
one.
slap the
Second
kid.
Scream.
High.
Aston
Monster
Ford
High.
used to be fast.
Sorry,
Oh,
are you trying to tell me that
Monster.
Monster University.
Oh, there we go.
Monster University
Yeah.
Terminator 2?
It's a prequel though. Does it count? Does
Yeah,
It's a
it's
prequel.
still the second one.
It has to be a
now.
sequel.
It has to
No, I
be.
got you. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The sequels are better.
I would,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a sequel. It has to be for sequels.
Yeah. Well,
Who am I lying to right now? Why am I lying? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Best movie of all time.
I
Phenomenal.
fucking love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, but
Absolutely.
it's awful. It's
Magnificent.
fucking dreadful.
It's not the best, and it's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite films. But I will say that Devil's Rejects is a hell of a lot better.
I've seen it.
Oh.
oh yeah,
Yes.
House of a Thousand Corpses,
Yeah.
definitely.
Devil's Rejects.
Definitely. Fish Boy. No.
What's the matter, boy? Don't you like clowns?
Don't we make
Oh,
you
but
laugh?
funny. Don't we make you fucking laugh?
You said that in the wrong order. But
Well,
Yes,
yes,
he
fine.
did.
I
bitch.
was going to say it too, Rob, but you know, you just can't. You can't deal with these things.
Fucking amateurs.
I'm trying to say that you can't quiet the Rojas, because I'd agree with that. I've
I
half,
don't think anyone has ever said that ever.
I've half of what was in it, I'll do what I want.
Has anyone watched Orange is the New Black?
Yes.
No.
2 seconds. I'm just gonna say it. 2 towers.
Oh, why did I even
Game changer.
Why did? Oh, I feel sick. I actually feel sick of myself.
Definitely the best
I'm
one
gonna
of
go
the
back in the
three.
bathroom.
2
Yes,
towers
it
is
is.
the
Yes,
best
it
one of the
is.
3.
It's not Terminator 2, but yes, it is.
When the fucking elves show up, I get shivers every time.
I like Return of the King better.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
love it.
I love
I
it.
I miss
I-
being
I-
friends.
Fellowship's always going to be my favourite.
Just fuck off.
Sorry,
Like, you know,
Elizabeth.
Lord of the Rings is like my favorite,
Yeah.
like movie of all time. And I just love Return of the. I just love
Good
Return of
for
the
I
King.
know, I mean,
Harry Potter.
It's your favourite film over Star Wars?
First one
Yeah.
was your
Yes,
favorite.
absolutely. No
Like,
problem.
Sorry, there's only one return, and it's not of the king.
It's of the Jedi.
It's of the king. Because obviously.
Because Return of the Jedi
Because
wasn't
budgets
that
are
good of a movie.
amazing.
You know, it wasn't that good of a movie. It was great. Like it was great. It was amazing, but it was not the best. Like it was the worst out of the original 3 movies.
It is,
Gremlins
By far.
2.
by far.
Oh, yes!
Okay, no,
Gremlins
I
two.
do.
Fucking great.
What's the song, The Gremlins?
They are
Gremlins. What are they gonna do next? I don't know.
I don't get the matter, they murder your children.
Wait, we've all forgotten a hidden gem. Titanic 2.
Sharknado 2.
Halloween 3.
Hurricane H2O.
Piranha 3DD.
Gotta get end all days.
Die Hard with a
Revenge of the
Vengeance.
Fallen.
Go away, fuck off.
Get out of my life.
Even as a Transformers fan, that was an awful fucking film. That was a
Are you
Transformers.
Transformers fan?
Which.
Me, no.
You lift weights.
I lift weights that are in the shape of Transformers.
It's just
You just left the biggest
All his toys in a
Transformers.
box and just like.
That would be a
Like
fucking
2
weight.
Megazords.
No, what was I going to say? Which one of the Child's Play movies is it where he's at the army base?
That's the third one.
Third one, isn't it? Good. This is my rifle, this is my gun.
Yeah, I think it's the third one. Omen 2. Paranormal Activity 2.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
New
Dream
Nightmare.
Warriors.
Every sequel to Friday the 13th, because we all know, well, as that's true, because we know Friday the 13th is the most perfect movie ever made.
This is actually just us naming movies, so it's probably change the topic. I'm sorry. I'm just squealing.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yes, it is.
You
Fuck you, Johnny
Naked
Cage.
Gun 2 and a half.
That is the best bit though, where he gets like, but it's like the first 15 minutes.
Yes, it's
Airplane
literally just gets.
2.
So, you know,
And then the rest of the film.
Orange is the Black. Who's excited for season 3?
Me.
Very
So
much.
excited.
Very much.
I just
well,
rewatched season 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Trigger
Trigger
warning.
warning.
Trigger warning, Gemma Watts.
Hi, fucker.
Oh, Jason Biggs, he is like the worst. Well, he's the second worst character in that
Yeah,
show.
he's getting rid of him.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
He said he was going back to season 3. No, I think though, Orange is the Black.
She doesn't say anything all night, that's the thing she
The
laughs.
worst character in Orange is the
This
Black.
is a wallet.
I am talking!
Fuck you.
Okay. The worst character in Orange is the Black is the main character.
Yes.
She
Yes.
is by far the
Oh,
worst
What's her name?
person.
Parker McBland face.
Piper
just
Chapman.
Piper
gone
Chapman.
downhill.
Parker McBland face.
Why was Alex Foss not in season 2? She is one of the
I
better
don't like her.
characters.
Yeah.
What? She's so
I
good.
don't like her. Don't know.
She looks so much like our friend Emma.
Yeah,
It is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
MJ.
And then it dyed her hair black.
But even just like glance, I go, oh,
Yes, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah. It's the glasses and kind of just like facial structure as well.
Yeah.
I would come on this.
But
one,
Emma
so
isn't.
hard.
I'm gonna tell Emma you said that. I'm gonna
I was
say,
actually over the car.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say, I'm gonna say you said about her.
Oh my God.
She's gonna take the fuck out of you.
Like-
Emma, you will not believe what Rojas just said. He is going to jizz all over
Oh,
the
we have
place.
a
recorded.
Send her a message right now. Send her a message right now. See if
I am not your fucking slave.
Does anyone else have anything else to add to this?
Harry Potter.
Fuck. Some of the other characters in Whose names I can't remember. I love the wee Chinese woman.
Oh, Chang, she's great.
She runs the shop.
Yeah, she's great.
That's all she does.
Also, I think I mentioned earlier, but I just watched Buffy for the first time. I finished watching Buffy like last month, and oh my god,
Buffy.
there needs to be more of that show.
Anything
Why
Josh
have
Whedon
you
touches.
left it to now?
My brothers never watched it when I was a kid. I never knew about it. I knew about it, but I never really I knew where I could watch it. So I was watching anime just before Christmas. It's like I don't know. I was watching Evangelion. And I was like, I don't want to watch it again. I watched Buffy, and then I downloaded all 7 seasons. Like,
It's
This is what I'm
keep down that
doing.
like
They're just so good.
the musical episode is
Oh
by
my
far the
God,
best
yes.
episode of the entire show.
I've got like the songs on my phone.
Pup one. No,
Everybody seen Buffy?
Pup one's Angel.
Yeah.
Most of it, yeah.
Favorite Buffy episode?
I can't
Oh,
remember because I watch it on.
God.
I watch it on terrestrial
Musical
TV.
episode.
I do
the
like
music
the
episode or the one where they can't talk.
Yeah, the gentleman.
Yes.
The gentleman. It
Oh,
has
that's
to be.
freaky.
Or the
Yeah,
so
exactly.
good.
It's really good.
Or
Yeah,
the
it's so good.
last episode of season 3 where the mayor turns into the demon. Because the mayor was like the best bad guy in that entire show.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm assuming everyone here has seen Firefly.
You
No.
will seem wrong.
No.
You've
It's been very
I
wrong.
have
You've
it
seen
on,
Firefly?
I have it on DVD,
I've
but
seen
I haven't even
First
seen
episode.
what is fucking Serenity. I was about to say Serendipity. I love Selma Hayek.
Right, basically, after now, I'm not going to spoil Firefly, but it's just how the guy got the part. Everyone who's seen Firefly would agree it's one of the best shows you're going to see. But
Well,
you
it's
know
got
enough to know who the main
Nathan
guy
Fillion
is.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh,
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember Xander in Buffy?
Yeah, I guess put that by Nathan Fillion.
He was meant to get the lead role.
He's
Nathan Fillion pokes his eye in season 7.
fucked now. He's like in jail and
Nathan Fillion was
shit.
just like, I
He
did this.
got arrested like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just as I started watching
Yeah,
Buffy, he
he's-
got arrested.
Yeah. He's like in
Serendipitous.
so much
I just
shit
love
now.
Selma Hayek.
You haven't seen Firefly?
No,
Then how did you not get half the jokes in Halo 3? Halo 3 is essentially Firefly extended.
I just enjoyed Halo 3 because it's a fucking fantastic
It's a really good game.
Everybody watched
Warriors.
Castle because of Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
I've watched a few episodes of Castle. I think it's hilarious.
I always get confused between Nathan Fillion and I can't even remember that guy's name now, but the gay guy, Nathan,
Oh, you're talking about the guy from
he's in Modern Family.
Nathan Fillion and Nathan Nailman.
That was a stretch.
It worked.
Oh, because what's his name? He's like
Nathan Filliman.
Fillion, Jesus.
Jesus fuck, you're
Right,
pathetic.
that's the podcast over where everyone leave.
I need to figure out who this guy is.
Nathan Fillion.
I've realised that like the most destructive.
Nathan fucking Lane.
You get confused between Nathan Fillion
That's the
and
name.
Nathan.
Anytime I hear the names, it's
For
like
just
just
the
with
name.
which. I'm like, oh fuck.
The most destructive thing in my conversation, like that has just destroyed conversations that I have now, is the fact that I constantly need to IMDb people because I can never remember actors' names. I'm like, nope, we are stopping this conversation, and I am fucking IMDbing, and we're going to sort this shit out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Say that you're
drama.
Googling them. Don't say that you're IMDBing them.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not
I
becoming a
didn't know.
verb. I refuse for...
IMDb.
There is an app, bitch.
This fucking guy over here. This fucking
fucking
guy.
guy.
This fucking. What was the
Fucking
other name?
guy.
Call them docs. Call them Doc Martens, but don't you dare call them DMs. Get over it.
What's wrong
You're
with
actually
you?
following my tweets because my tweets are just
No,
20%.
I just flipped through and then I seen
You're
I
so
seen
bad.
DM and I actually thought you were saying like someone direct messaged me and I was like, you freak. And then I just read it and I was like, that's worse. It's actually worse.
I
I
already
always
said
call
that
them
really early
DMs.
on.
I call them DMs.
I think
DMs are my kike stompers.
The rule of thumb is
That doesn't need to get beeped. It's trademarked. Kike stompers. Robert Crawford.
porch monkey.
It's a legitimate business.
I'm taking it back. No, but The only thing is,
You get the monogram.
one of her friends, I suppose,
The case.
she's my friend as well, but one of Claire's friends
No,
and Aidan's
she's my
friend, fuck you, mentioned to her last Saturday how I bitch about being single all the time, and I'm going, anything I put on Twitter, which automatically goes to Facebook because I don't know how to switch that off.
Give me.
Settings.
It is
purpose.
really aggravates me.
Get him on the laptop so I can fucking switch this off. Then I'll do it right now. I swear to God.
Do you want to switch it off?
I swear, I will take your job.
I will take your job.
I'm sorry. If I switch it off, it would be nicer to me.
Take your job.
Maybe
I
a
will make you
little.
bite a curb, and I will hippity hop over the back of your head like Michigan J. Frog.
Weird reference.
The things I do to your mama, God bless you.
Everyone should always watch Britannic because they were the fucking best thing in the
I'm
world.
sorry. I'm not talking to either of you motherfuckers about any show ever until you guys watch
I will
Firefly.
spit on your face.
I will spit your ass off.
I don't go that way. Sorry.
Chris is a power top.
I'm a yes.
Are you power top?
I'm a top.
Chris is definitely not getting tagged in this one.
No, can't get tagged.
Don't worry, I'll cut it out.
Thank you. And the stuff with the death. I don't want to get in there as well.
I lie, I'm totally not cutting it out.
He's not going to go.
Would you not
Don't
even
tag me in it.
Would you not even take a wee finger off the bone?
I don't know. I've had my time. Don't need that anymore.
I've done my time. I did my time.
I want out.
Okay, I got a question and it's horrible.
Press the top.
Kick ass.
Would you rather save the life of starving African child that you will never meet, or have an actual working lightsaber?
Lightsaber.
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 No, because I would definitely cut my hand off. I would cut something off. I'd see the child. No.
You could
Black
sell
kids.
a lightsaber
Lightsaber.
for so much.
But then it'll all be on me. Like,
You could pull it, like get it, pay someone to take it apart, learn how it works, and just make fucking millions.
And then save the
okay,
child.
lightsaber.
Is
Can I have a yellow one?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, then I'll pick the yellow.
Yellow lightsabers exist.
I know.
You're such a nerd. You're such a nerd.
No. There's a guy in the first who was on the Jedi Council in the Star Wars Episode 1. He had a yellow lightsaber.
Yeah, who was he called? He's my favourite Jedi other than Qui-Gon.
Oh, go. Whose favorite Jedi is Qui-Gon? What the fuck is wrong with
It's
you?
all about
Sorry.
that Yoda.
It's Liam Neeson as a fucking Jedi.
He is literally the worst Jedi ever. The only mission you see him in, he gets cut in half.
No, worst Jedi ever will have to go to the prequel Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
Have
But
Yeah. No,
It's the worst
Qui-Gon,
character.
the
Qui-Gon
only
does like
good thing
nothing.
about Phantom Menace, other than Darth Maul, was Qui-Gon.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
There was one good thing about that movie, and you're right, it was Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was that shit.
And he got cut in half. Oh no, that's
Has
that's
anyone
he got cut in half. That's
seen
right.
how episode 1 and 2 should have, like, how episode 1 and 2 should have happened?
No, but you told me about this.
Bladed Media episode, I can't remember what's called, it's Bladed Media episode 1. He just basically rewrites the entire Star Wars universe for episode 1 and 2, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Explain it on the podcast because you.
No, come on! I want to know what Claire wants. Starving African children or a lightsaber.
You go, Claire.
Right, we'll come to this later because you told me in like 5 minutes and it actually made sense. You didn't ask me.
You said lightsaber, you
What's
big
a
freak!
lightsaber?
You literally like default
Sorry, Clara,
obviously
I'm
went
sorry.
lightsaber.
Fuck black kids.
I did.
Claire,
The lightsaber.
Aidan.
So
Yeah, it's
I
gotta be a
can sell
fucking
it
lightsaber.
and save loads of
So I can
children.
save the rest of the African babies.
So
But not that one.
it's official that we're all
Now it'll always be in your head.
No, I did it
Let her
to
name
sell and make millions.
The needs of the many
It's
outweigh the needs of the
everything.
few.
You think you just like start like a Jedi school without all the Jedi stuff?
Would you rather know the date of your death and you can't act upon your knowledge, so you can't avoid it, or would you like to know the cause of your death?
Cause.
Cause.
Because at least then.
Yeah, I can avoid that shit like the plague.
You can't avoid it.
I will try to avoid that shit like the plague.
I'd honestly rather not know either.
Yeah.
Well, I have to pick one.
If I had to pick one, I would still rather
Cause.
how to know how I'm gonna die
Yeah.
because I don't want to know when I die.
No,
Yeah.
we did. We had either me, you, or me and Amy talked about this at your house when I was there.
It was me.
And I was saying like, I'm conflicted because like because like to say goodbyes and stuff. That'd be cool. Like to actually get that closure, but I
It
would
was
not.
me.
The fear,
It was me
fear
because I believe
gone
my
inside you.
reply. It definitely was me because I believe my reply was I don't give a fuck about people that much.
Oh, no, I would
No,
need to.
the
I would
ideal
need to.
scenario. Everyone must remember the episode of The Simpsons where Homer thinks he's eating tainted fish.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's got 24 hours to live.
Mm.
Then you know you're going to die. You have time to say goodbye to people, but it's going to be instant. Perfect. And I just killed the room. I'm going to leave now.
Yeah.
So guys, how's it going? I just sent another message just being like, people give us questions. I'm just gonna like briefly, yeah, because you all, I don't know if all these did, but yeah, your biggest fear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because I
did as
have
well.
not answered it yet. So what do you think? What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, as per my answer on Ask FM, is my biggest fear is having a fear of something. So
Such a fucking.
So my biggest phobia.
Oh my god, phobiaception.
Joke. Fuck you. I don't know. My biggest fear is getting raped by a black guy in prison.
That's racist. I'm homophobic. You can't.
White
Okay.
privilege.
That was a twofer.
The gays need to learn. The gays need to learn that, you know, Northern Ireland's not ready for them. You know,
Oh no, let's not do this again.
Oh no.
No.
you guys can be gay in the privacy of your own home, but ask me to bake you a cake. I'm sorry.
Biggest fear. I was talking to someone the other day.
Not getting cake.
I said, when I was a kid, I thought about it once, like just like a split second, like what happens when you die, and I thought that like you were conscious, but you were alone and you could just see black forever, and that
What is this?
scared the fuck clean out of me.
I had that thought, and not only
That's
did I,
terrifying.
Not
That's-
only, I
that's
swear to
fine.
God, I'm not saying this to be funny. Not only was that a thought I had when I was younger, it still keeps me awake.
Yeah.
It still fucks with me.
Dude,
The idea that when you die, because like I'm not an organ donor for that exact reason. 'Cause I'm sitting going,
You're
why are you not?
selfish.
Why are you
You
not an
can't.
organ donor?
no, I'd
You're
love
a
to.
selfish wanker.
I agree.
What the fuck?
I
Like,
would love to be an organ donor because
Do it.
I'm an atheist.
Fucking do it.
Wait, no, but this.
I'm an atheist and I'm an organ
Would you
donor.
let me make my organ?
Tip.
No, before you do though.
Deepest idiot is how to do it.
Before you do though, let me just point out that if that were true, then it would be your consciousness, which is your brain, which you're not going to be donating.
Right.
I could donate my brain. Shut up.
Genuinely.
it's really funny. I asked for asks, and Colin said it's actually pretty topical. He said, "What's better, squeals or prequels?" I think he meant sequels or
So
prequels.
A, we've already talked about it, and B, he can't
He can't
spell.
spell.
Poor wee
No,
Colonel.
I would love to, because like I want to buy a fucking motorbike. You need to be an organ donor. That's fucking.
Just be an organ donor then.
What's your
Organ
issue?
donor.
no. What he said, like
What's your
it's-
fucking damage, mate?
what he said.
It's Rojas. He's damaged.
What Chris said. I mean, like proper kid. I
was 6. I was 7 when I thought about it.
Because of that,
Terrifying.
because I've always said that if I reach 30, I will sign the card against my better judgment.
It's be a scary movie.
Just fucking sign the
Just
card.
do it.
I would love to.
Why?
No, I'm not.
Give me a reason why. Do it.
I'm about to give you the reason.
Right. Fucking hurry up.
It scares the shit cling
You're
out of
gonna
me.
be dead.
I'm
Doesn't
dead.
matter.
Like, this whole thought though.
You're gonna be dead.
The main theory is that
You're
it is
gonna be
forever.
opening up anyway.
Right, listen. Everyone at this table knows I'm a science freak.
I can remember it.
And the fact is, the only thing we don't know about, the only thing. I'm not saying this justifies it. I'm not saying this justifies it. But I don't fear dying.
The Reaper.
I fear death. I don't fear the Reaper.
Oh, where's the black?
And it's just this.
Reaper looks fun.
If someone came down in the morning, if someone were to walk up to me right now and go, right, see when you're dead, that's it. The minute you die, gone. Consciousness, gone. I'd be fine. Take everything. Take my eyes, take my tongue, take my brain, take fucking everything. Peel my skin apart and put
No
my
one wants that
skeleton up on a fucking museum fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But it's that fear. It's because of a dream I had when I was 6 years, 7 years, 8 years of age, where, as you said, this idea that when you die, you're still aware of it. So imagine having like your chest cut open.
You're gonna be having that anyway. They have to do an
that's the
autopsy of
And
your
like-
death.
No, when you're just sitting in bed and you can't sleep, and it's just black, and you don't even think the end. It's just it's completely blank. And it's just black. That's what I think. Like that's what I thought death was. That's that. This is really sad. We believe we all.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't be an organ donor because you're gonna get cut open anyway. So
I will
why
make a
not?
promise.
Like,
I will make a promise because you get to sign on to organ donor when you get your license. I will make a promise now when I get
Have
my
you
bike
like
license.
provisional?
I have no provisional.
That's when you do it.
Yeah.
The same go for bike license, and a bike license is technically accepted. When I get my bike, when I get my license,
I've been an order since I was 17, and I'm done in everything.
Yeah.
My mum and sister
Take it
are like,
all, man.
no,
Got me
don't.
out.
My mum and sister are like, don't take my eyes, and I was like, why not?
A lot of people are like, don't take my eyes.
Like, no one will take any of this stuff anyway because it's all been destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
My lungs, my liver, not worth a fuck.
Kidneys, fucked. Don't want tonsils, take them now.
I want fucking rid of them.
What's that? More gin?
Right, so apparently Brady has sent me a video. I'm just gonna play this so I can hear what he says, because I asked for questions and I said,
Do you want to put the headphones in and we'll talk on?
Play it to the microphone.
no, that's what I was gonna do.
TSD style, motherfucker.
Okay.
Why didn't you save us, Brandon?
What?
We used to always because me and Brady and another guy Shay and Brendan Reid used to live together. So anytime,
First be called Glancy.
well, yeah, Glancy, Brendan, Glancy, and used to live together. And anytime, I actually got Hogan for the first time this week. The could have saved us.
I don't know what this is.
Right, so basically it was just me and Brady used to love to fuck around with Brandy, so like I would just hide all the time. I would go in and I have on occasion turned people's beds upside down. On occasion.
Because I accidentally fucking dropped his, not even dropped his laptop, I went to lean on his bedside table and my laptop was hanging off.
No, that wasn't what happened. It was
No.
you were leaving the room and you knocked all the books over.
No, because I did that and then you were like, dickhead, what a dickhead. And then I was like, fuck you guys. And I knocked like 3 bucks.
So I turned his bed upside down.
Was it just, oh no, the next time.
That was Hoagie.
No, there was one time you fucking just
I
rearranged
hid
my
your shoes.
room.
I hid your shoes.
No, you tipped
Prove it!
You tipped the wardrobe over.
Where's the video?
Rob, I will
So,
punch
what
you.
is the point
I'm
of
gonna
this?
punch you in the face.
Don't touch me. There was we used to, every time Brandy would come home, you could see him walking past the window, and all of us would pretend to be dead and be like lying sprawled out across the floor. And Brandy would come in and be like, "You could have saved us, Brendan." It was good fun. I'm gonna check my Ask FM to see if there's anything
I do
good.
love
Right,
this entire
so
podcast is us talking shit.
what is the
podcast
one
is-
piece?
this is what I
right,
wanted.
what is your one piece of advice on dating? I'm not going to use the full question because whoever sent the full question is a cunt.
I know what the full question is.
But yeah,
Right,
Fucking
okay, one
Tories.
piece of dating advice.
yeah. What's your
One piece of dating advice?
What's your key
Don't have to
advice?
do
to
it.
dating?
I
Don't.
keep banging the table.
Don't go to bed angry at each other.
Oh,
I'm good at bed at all.
Save it till marriage, kids.
When you get bored, don't try to save it.
When you get bored, go to
Burn those bridges and run.
There's other bridges in Scotland.
when you get bored, go to
Contentious.
a park by yourself and take mushrooms.
And then ring Rojas.
So enough about my relationship problems. Moving on, Aidan.
Rojas, I can't take it, man.
I gotta take my tongue, Rojas.
I'm gonna punch him in the
The
face.
frogmen are coming.
Oh my god, we should play the episode of Friends where it's like you.
This is the best phone call I ever received
Oh
in my
my
life,
God.
and it was only a couple of months ago.
I really
Where
hope
Amy's
he doesn't listen to
Amy's
this.
on the
Oh,
phone to me, going, "I can't take it, Rojas. He's too nice."
What is your damage, Rigo?
Keeping in mind,
Are you okay? Every
I'm
5
on Grindr right
minutes.
now. I'm just looking up Grindr, and some guy just said to me, "I've been working out a lot. It make me super hard."
You want some of this sweetness?
It was just too annoying.
Yeah, I've got it.
So, what is your piece of dating advice, Amy?
I
don't
get
stick
you,
bananas up
Aidan.
your arse.
What's your piece of dating
I say
advice, Chris?
don't. Or if you do it, just go with other people to go to the gym, apparently.
It's so hard.
Aidan.
What a freak.
So
he was 30.
Dodging this.
Alcohol helps.
It numbs the pain.
Honesty is the best policy. Just love you.
I've been single for 6 years, so anything I say cannot be taken into. I've never had a
I've been
serious
in an
relationship.
relationship, so my advice probably isn't good.
Well, actually, here, I've had 4 girlfriends. The last one was 6 years ago, and I'm gay. So
It's been smooth sailing.
I've had 70 exes.
Are you gay?
no, I just lied for comedic effect.
Rojas,
Weirdo.
you haven't answered the question. You've been avoiding it.
I haven't avoided it. What's the question?
What's your dating advice for fuck's sake?
Lesbians don't exist.
Just dating
It's
advice.
doing their awesome.
Dating
I
advice.
can tell my lesbian friends
Don't let them go to
lesbians don't
Scotland.
exist.
Dating advice.
Don't let them fuck their boss.
Keep a tighter leash.
Smack that bitch down. You don't want that fat motherfucker.
Don't let her go to Barcelona.
Don't let her go to Barcelona.
Don't let her go to Scotland.
Don't let her leave the country. Tie her down. Keep her in the
Don't let her
basement.
out of
Joseph
your
Fritzl.
fucking side. Because the bitch will always cheat you. Because that's what women do. Because they're cunts. Why?
So women in the room, is that true? Can we get an inside scoop?
Starting
I would say
I'd say no.
yes.
Yes, we are cunts.
Yes. But half the majority, mostly. But Claire isn't.
That's good.
I do.
Claire
Good for you,
isn't,
Claire.
but I am. So
I can't answer your question.
Half
It's
half.
long and it's
Not a
boring.
cunt.
So don't date. It's my
Sometimes you are
short
the
answer.
guys, but they're cunty, so.
Pardon me.
I think I am a cunt. Like,
I love that word.
You're not me, but you're getting it.
Who do you think's going to be the next Prime Minister of England?
Let me.
Well, I'm trying to see. I think I have some other questions, but
Someone who hates the gays because that shit's funny.
I don't know, I can't tell. It's too
What's
funny.
really funny,
gone
We funny yoke. We funny.
why do birds suddenly appear?
Because they like to scare the fuck out of me.
Chris's fear is birds.
No, that's not my biggest fear though. Fuck that.
Really?
No, nowhere near close.
Seems like your most tangible fear.
Yeah, you know, it's the one that I come across the most.
Because they're fucking everywhere. They're always out to get you.
You're a gay man who's referred to birds.
I've
Heard birds. Look at this pirate spaghetti.
Gin and spaghetti.
Gin makes them talk more. Stop it.
Unfunny bird stories that like this one is funny, but like it was not funny than it is. The reason why I fear birds, like peacocks are my least favorite things. Like in the like, if I had one thing, it would be to kill all peacocks. They fucking terrify me. I don't like them, and it's because when I was like in primary school, nursery school. I went to 2 nursery schools. I went to Ballyholland Nursery School for like 4 months, and then I went to the one that like opened up right beside my house. But when I was in Ballyholland, I went to nursery school by 3. Before when you start
Before you start
P1.
primary school.
So we went to like Gosford fucking Park, Petting Zoo.
Yes.
I don't know. All I can remember, like I have very like scattered memories of like that age. Is a peacock running at me. I mean, just black, and then waking up and be like, so I always thought that's what happened. Like I remember that must be the way. And I was about 19 and said to my mom about that story, and she's like, that didn't happen. And I was like, what? Yeah, it did. It's like a really vivid memory in my head. It's like, no, it walked towards you on the other side of a fence. You just lost it.
So maybe you just inherently had a massive fear of birds.
Yeah, maybe like in a previous life I was like a worm.
You still are.
No, that's next life of a worm.
So a peacock ran at me and I was fucking scared shitless of it, and that's when I knew I was gay.
K-pop wants to know. Also, shout out to K-pop because she wants us to discuss the lack of K-pop at this podcast. And also, what's your favourite meme?
I'm more of a fan of like contemporary Korean music rather than K-pop.
Right, I suppose. The more avant-garde.
And what was the end of our question?
What's your favourite meme?
the penguin one.
I love that one. What?
No,
What's the penguin mean?
Socially awkward penguin.
Socially awkward penguin.
Social awkward penguin.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I mean, but no, like the girls want to hit like this. like it so like falls over and then just like play that like.
Oh yeah.
I fucking like cracks me every time. Like the last time I seen it was the Madonna stuff, and I fucking lost it.
It's gotta be. What's it? Oh fuck! My god, what is it? Oh no, go ahead. I'll get it in a second.
My favourite meme of all fucking time, and this you'll all love it when I fucking tell you. It's the wee boy runs into his dad.
Oh, milkshakes.
Yeah, it's like, Dad, what? The yard, all the boys, my milkshakes.
No, mine is Sudden Clarity Clarence. The dude in the mosh pit.
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
there's another name for that as well, but where he's just sitting going. Does he not remind you of Henris?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Akima.
Amy's all about Henris. I can't see his dick. I don't know.
What's the one, right? It's annoying me so much because it's like what was the song that I just said to you?
I can't remember.
Jesus fucking Christ, my brain is coked.
Talk to me about it.
It's whenever it's like say something, I'm giving up on you. Yeah, know that. I was trying to think what it was, but it is that. Yeah, that's my favourite meme.
In Get Rap video was a song that.
It's nearly as good as ooh, what you say.
It's fucking serious.
I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
Like I think the most like mad that
Just because of Filthy Frank.
The Frank is my favourite.
What you say, meme will never die because when it dies, people just start saying what you say.
See, because I thought that like it's the same sentiment of say something, I'm giving up on you. Also, Gabba wants to know what's your favourite movie from the noughties.
From the naughty section.
Administrative nurses.
We're right back to Terminator.
Senior administrative nurses.
When did Terminator 2 come out?
92.
The naughties.
The noughties.
90s.
Jesus, are you just stuck on Terminator tonight?
Yeah. The Naughties, Transformer 2007.
Oh my god.
Not the best film. Not the best film. I'm not saying it's the best film.
When did The Dark Knight come out? When did Lord of the Rings come out?
One of them was in 2000, but
It was when I was still in primary school.
Okay,
that's for
well,
sure.
if Return of the King wasn't the naughties, which I'm pretty sure it was from that.
They all were like early because I remember getting like
Return of the
No,
King.
Dark Knight was 2008.
Oh, I'm pretty sure all the Lord of the Rings come out in the naughties, so because they say that Fellowship came out in the 90s, that did not happen.
Fellowship was 2001.
one of them came out in the late 90s because I still have a VHS.
Fellowship came out in 2001. So you're a liar.
Fellowship did.
It's gotta be V for Vendetta.
No, like genuinely.
He just said
Team
that.
America, World Police.
Oh, what a good movie.
That's a
brilliant.
That's a good
great
movie.
one.
Fucking Watchmen.
Thunderbirds, the movie.
That was awful.
Was Watchmen?
You have balls.
Yeah, Watchmen.
Oh, nice.
I like balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Watchmen.
Remember no it, but yeah, it was definitely in
Watchmen was
That
fantastic.
fucking song come in my head from now on.
what?
Say something. 2001, yeah, Fellowship went to 2001.
See, this is it.
He's
But
put it
I
up
typed
there.
in like what were like the top 50 movies of the noughties, and I'm on IMDb.
Yeah.
So I say I'm IMDb-ing something because I know that's where I'm gonna go.
IMDb-ing.
What were you saying I was supposed to
You're not the internet police. You
No,
don't get
he
to
says
decide whether or not it's a
someone.
thing.
Here, I fight the internet police.
Hi, I'm Rojas. I'll be your guide to the internet.
Rules 1 and 2 are going to play the Ryans. Faggot.
Right.
I think collectively though with K-pop, my favorite meme has to be Sonic.
That's pretty good.
If you talk about K-pop, it's Sonic.
Gotta go fast, man. I love K-pop. That was Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's no, that's
That's a bad.
Flying around at the speed of round.
School of Rock is another one.
Running around at the speed of diagonal.
Do you any watch Game Grumps?
I watched a bit of this when this first started, but
Just watch best of Sonic 06 Game Grumps. Like, don't watch the whole thing, but like, obviously best has the funniest moment. It's so good.
The glitchiest game.
yeah, it's so shit.
At the speed of sound.
It's fucking magnificent. Like there's bits where like Knuckles gets stuck to the ceiling.
That's brilliant.
Like, Sonic 06 is possibly the worst game.
Oh,
I've
God.
watched it.
Yeah, I have played it before, and it was a trial.
It's awful.
I think it's the first circle of hell. Almost certain.
This is one of the recordings of the podcast where most people who are closer to my age rather than further away from it. Is it Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik?
Two different characters.
It was
Not originally,
retcon.
they are now, but not
No,
originally.
because they changed it in the first thing they changed it in was it wasn't a Sonic Adventure 2 because Sonic Adventure 2 explained that Robotnik was
The grandson.
it was Eggman's grandfather. But he has both.
And it was always Eggman in Japan anyway. So
half an hour.
in all honesty, like seriously.
Seriously, Tom.
Seriously, guys, seriously, Eggman has always been the actual name, which kind of makes me sad because I always loved Robotnik.
Yeah, I thought Robotnik was a better name.
Yeah,
It really fucked
But
me
in all
off.
seriousness, one of the best films of the noughties would be
Noughties.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
shit,
I love
yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
No, I'm more of a. I always preferred Shaun
Shaun of
of
the
the
Dead
Hot Fuzz.
is one of my favorites.
Someone asked this quite recently, and it genuinely did this. I don't know. But if you put a gun to my head, Hot Fuzz is the better film.
No, I do not agree with you,
I
sir.
would agree.
I hate saying it myself because I love Shaun of the Dead. I cannot stress how much I love, because Shaun of the Dead was inspired by Spaced, which is one of my favourite TV shows of all time. Hot Fuzz.
I don't know, there's some jokes in
I
Hot Fuzz that
love
are just
Hot
really
Fuzz, but
good.
Shaun of the
Hot
Dead
Fuzz is a film I could watch now.
Same, yeah.
And there's one thing in it that I didn't pick up on.
Yeah.
Every time you
But that's
watch
only
Hot
Because
Fuzz-
it's just the accents of like the people in the village just crack me up. Alright, Malabar.
I think it's like also because how many times we've seen Shaun of the Dead that we have. It would, like
I
trying to
know
find
all
a new.
the words of Shaun of the Dead. I know everything about it
Do it
because
now for the podcast. Every last word.
No, because- we've already went over our time anyway. So
Who's that first? Three-parter, fuck it.
Trying to find a new joke in Shaun of the Dead, taking blood from a stone at this point. Like we have
Every time
ravaged it.
So
Like
amazing.
I've
though.
watched Hot Fuzz more than I watched Shaun of the Dead.
Really?
I just
So have I.
I love zombie movies, so Shaun of the Dead is like
Postman.
perfect.
But like
for
when
me.
okay, good question. I have. What is the last of the best, but the last good zombie movie?
The last good Shaun?
Last good zombie movie.
Shaun of the Dead.
No.
Dawn of the Dead.
Remake.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I'm not saying it was bad.
The remake had fast zombies, didn't it?
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh, then changes
Classic
everything.
zombies?
Changes everything.
Classic Zombies just totally highlighted the isolation. You got to see them.
When was 28 Days Later? Was it before or after Dawn of the Dead? Pick the sequel.
That was before.
Before, yeah.
So I was gonna pick 28 Days Later. I didn't really get into Dawn of the Dead. I really like 28 Days Later.
Oh, me too. But
Yeah.
I was saying to you, I said to you, I think, but I was walking down the street and there was a guy. Like this was just in Belfast. I was walking just down through the intersection where China is.
Yes.
But like further down on Botanic, at their intersection. Just walking up to it, a guy had his window open, blasting out at the speakers, playing live on a piano, facing out the window. Was playing In the House in a Heartbeat. Do you know the main song from 28 Days Later? It has that there. But like it just builds and it's fucking terrifying and ominous. Some guy just blasting that out his window and I was like, the universe is trying to tell me that something fucking
There's a zombie
horrendous
apocalypse.
is about to happen.
I really like 28 Days Later.
I did too.
Weeks was awful.
Weeks was all the thumbs in the eyes forever.
I don't even think I've seen 28 Weeks Later.
It's not worth it.
Really don't.
I
I
think
got
it's
impressed when you
28 Days Later. I've only ever seen the first season of Walking Dead. It's the same opening.
It is the same opening. It is.
But then again, fucking 28 Days Later did it first, so fuck.
Yeah.
well,
I'm
fuck
gonna
off.
say my top three.
Was that not fucking? Was that not Scarecrow?
No, if Rojas would stop
Cillian
interrupting
Murphy, yeah.
me, it'd be
Cillian Murphy.
great. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry, talk over you.
yeah.
I say,
I would say
go fuck yourself.
Wreck, the Spanish one.
Oh, right, yeah.
I see. Yeah,
Then Dawn of the Dead, the old one, and then
the old one's great. No,
and then
don't
Shaun of
get
the
me wrong.
Dead.
Shaun of the Dead's your third favourite zombie film.
I know Shaun of the Dead
Yeah,
off by
that's
heart,
pretty
but like Wreck was so different than the rest of them.
I would say
I'd always watch Shaun of the Dead over the rest of them, so it would probably be my number one. But like Wreck and Dawn of the Dead would be my other two that I would go to for zombie
If
movies.
I had to pick, if it counts, the one that I would watch no matter what, Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Army of
it
Darkness.
is. I don't.
Is Pontypool a zombie film?
No.
Is Pontypool one like
Never
because
seen
it's like it's set in
It
like
is.
a radio station?
Yeah, I'd say it is, but it's like you know how sometimes people define now between the infected and actual zombies.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking hate. Oh,
And
So
there's no.
like Last of Us versus like Left 4 Dead.
I'm playing The Last of Us now.
good game.
I've wanted to play it for ages. It looks very,
I
I got
very
like-
good.
I got a free with the PS4, so
So
Hey.
fun.
hey.
but like I've watched it like complete playthrough of it because I couldn't be arsed buying it for myself because I have no money. But like it just like
Also, you don't have a PS3.
tears at your heart. Tears at.
If there was one exclusive, like I would definitely get it for. It seems like that. That's my kind of game. I'd be all about that.
But that's just Naughty Dog, I think. Naughty Dog make
fucking
and
fantastic.
they've
games.
grown
Crash
up with their
Bandicoot.
fan base. Their games get more adult as they go.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's a really cool
Fucking
game.
brilliant.
It's fucking great. I'm very, very seriously considering that as soon as April comes and I get my next loan
Download
installment.
ticket. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to download anyway. But yeah, I might have to buy a Wii U. I love
Zelda?
Super Smash Brothers
Oh,
more than
Smash
anything in the fucking
Hard
universe.
though. I never
Any other
liked the
game.
Wii.
No, trust
wasn't
me.
a fan of the Wii. The Wii U is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's really it's way better than the normal Wii.
Yeah.
You need to stop thinking of Nintendo games. You need to stop thinking of them as
Someone
a.
take
Do you
that
need to
gin
go to
away
speech
from
therapy?
No,
Like,
no, the gin's fantastic.
How
Shut
much
up.
did they dry? Oh my god.
I've drank quite a lot of gin.
Like the
like
Wii is the
floor
first
polish.
console. It's
I
been
don't
a
know.
long time where Nintendo hasn't tried to do a gimmick with it.
yeah.
It's just
I don't know. That screen game was a bit.
No, but I understand because like you can play the games on the screen.
Yeah.
No, a lot of their games do actually use that as a
Well,
gimmick. Because there's a
Any of the ones that have you after the title.
We're gonna wrap it up.
No, we're not.
We are because we need to go out.
Fight
I
me.
can't go out anywhere. I've had most of a bottle of gin in me.
Shane, I want to fight your father.
Seriously though, it's been an hour and a half.
Goodbye, guys.
Has it only been an hour and a half?
Can't end like this. What's the
A quick wrap.
ugliest name for a person?
Ugliest name for a
Like,
person.
no. Right. If you have to take like a person, an actual name for a person, what's the ugliest name you can think of?
Kevin.
Kevin. Ooh.
You absolute belly.
That was dropped. Dropped very
My
quickly.
middle name's Kevin. My dad's middle name's Kevin. My uncle's called Kevin. My grand's called Kevin. Fuck you.
It's a shit name. It's just
That
one of those names.
was actually just targeted at me.
I'm gonna say Paul or Rojas.
or Rojas.
Pick-
Because of the amount of people who are called. I'm sorry. Fucking
Think you're original. Fuck yourself.
racist against
Spin your face. Take
I'm
your job.
gonna go with Chloe because I get just negative vibes off that name. I'm sorry.
I'm going.
Oh god.
I'm going with Regina.
Because it sounds like a bad vagina.
Yeah. Although I do love Regina Spektor. So
rejected vagina. Claire. No, that was my answer.
Knew that was coming.
Chad.
And yeah,
They're like they're pretty boys, but they're just ugly people.
I'm gonna pick another one.
Joking
North.
aside,
A different one.
North.
I'm gonna say North.
Okay, it's not like it was the most disgusting name. Or
No,
was
but
it
like
annoying?
I associate it with ugly people.
Okay, no, then I'm not gonna say.
Oh
Why
wait,
were you
no,
thinking?
ugly people. Okay.
I'm like no, like I mean, it's just that like not in
Rowena.
like, not necessarily physicality, just like you're just shitty people.
it's going to be every
really
American name
hate-
ever.
I really
Chad,
hate the name Lee,
Brock.
Lee.
but only if it's spelled Lee. Like it really, I think it's a lazy name. Like Leigh. That's dead on. That's fine.
My brother's called Lee, and he's amazing.
And he's a twat.
He's a massive cunt.
Right.
Oh no, he might be listening. Do we need to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Alright.
The kettle's boiling now. Let's
Kettle's
go.
boiling. Kettle's boiling. Do you want me to wait till after the kettle boils?
No, do it now. Do it now. Quickly. Come on.
This has been the Knights of the.
Has it? Are you sure? This has
been-
the nights of. Everybody take a word.
This
Has
Bane. Oh.
okay, we're gonna circle. This
has. Shut the fuck up, you specky cunt.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
This
It's
has.
Bing.
The
Fucking
off
The
Brown.
table.
Bye bye from Rob.
You do. This has been the Knights.
Oh, it's not his fault he has a mental illness.
goodbye. We're
Bye bye from Rob.
Chris, Rojas.
Amy.
Yeah.
Claire.